So, for a long time, I struggled with the idea or the belief of wanting more. And I struggled because I felt like, wanting more seemed good, but I just couldn't make myself believe that wanting more was actually a good thing. Like I felt guilty, like wanting more to grow or to have more resources or to achieve more. And I thought that somehow it was wrong. So like I hear messages in church or in public about living a humble life, and it made me feel like wanting more wasn't godly. And the thing that was something that actually shifted my mindset. Well, my mindset started to shift anyway, but today I watched a reel about wanting more and it shifted my mindset. So I started to understand and really piece together and understand the difference between a godly given desire versus covetousness. And let me tell you, the clarity that I got, again, I knew what it was, but I just couldn't understand it. It was like me plugging the outlet into or the plug inside of the outlet. That light bulb just shined. And so everything changed. So here's the truth. Wanting more isn't the problem. Wanting more the wrong way is. And so we got to understand the difference between godly desire and covetousness before we even can get into unlocking that same mind shift for you. So covetousness is when you want more but refuse to follow God's principles to get it. It's rooted in envy, entitlement, shortcuts. Covetousness is the enemy of clarity. It makes you chase what others have instead of what God already gave you. And so for me, I was like, okay, God, what are we saying here? Godly desire, it's not about wanting more, right? It's not, it's about wanting more to multiply what he's already given you, to glorify him, and to serve others. So it's three things: to multiply, to glorify, and to serve. And so for me, that mind shift was really understanding the two differences. So for example, wanting more with while going the right way, you don't take no shortcuts, you don't try to cheat the system, you don't like people be trying to scam and stuff like that. That's covetousness. But when you do it the right way, you actually go build a business or you go get a job or you go do things that actually is righteous and worthy of praise, right? Because nobody's going to say to somebody that worked for what they have, man, you just out here scamming. Nobody's going to envy that. But wanting what you have just because you got it and now I'm finna go and do something to shortcut the process. Come on, man. That's covetousness. And so you got to align your motives with your mission as well. Why do you want more? Is it about purpose? Is it about comparison? What is it? The motive matters because if you think about it, a self-centered mission, it'll only make you rich in things. So those material things and poor in purpose. So it's like having all the material stuff in the world, but you don't have the wisdom or the knowledge or any of that. So if you lost all the material stuff and you had to start all over, you have nothing. You don't have that drive to want to go and get it again. Millionaires and billionaires, they know how to actually get the same things that they have again if there was to go from where they are to zero. So when your motive actually aligns with God's will, growth brings peace, not guilt. So the scripture says in Matthew 6:33, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So When you align yourself with what God has already given you and his righteousness, all of these things will be added unto you. So, what is God's righteousness in this case? God's righteousness is doing things ethically, doing things without scamming or just faking for who you are, right? Righteousness is following how he did it. And there's plenty of examples in the Bible for how to do pretty much everything, right? It's just more of a practical way of doing it in today's time. So we also have to believe that growth is a godly principle. Growth is a godly principle. So God commands us to grow. He said, be fruitful and multiply. And that applies in all areas of life, not just getting married and being fruitful and multiplying. So God isn't in the business of stagnation. He's in the business of multiplication. Steward what you have well, and he'll bless your increase. When you're able to take care of the small things, he's going to bless the increase. So also you have to replace your poverty mindset. So you have to replace the poverty mindset with a purpose mindset. So I know everybody's talked about poverty mindset, the prosperity mindset, but the purpose mindset, the purpose mindset says I should stay small. No, the poverty mindset says that you should stay small to be humble. The purpose mindset says my my growth creates opportunities to glorify God and serve others. So staying small doesn't serve everyone or anyone. It limits what God can do through you, right? So that's why the poverty mindset is the enemy of growth. Because for me, let's just say I did grow up. I'm not gonna say I was in poverty, but I grew up where we had to work real hard for stuff, right? And so the thing is, if I had a small thinking saying, "Oh man, I'm not ever meant to be rich, or I'm not ever meant to be wealthy. I don't need a lot of money. I want a lot of money, but I just don't. I'm not gonna do it because it limits what God can do through you." So being a good steward and being a person that can obtain wealth, man, it creates an abundant amount of opportunities for God to do things through you. So ask yourself this. I want you to ask yourself, how does my business create impact for others? How does your growth create impact for others? So now we're gonna move on to this portion of it. We have to pursue growth the right way. And what do I mean by pursue growth the right way? The right way is with integrity, honesty, effort, transparency, all of those things. Trust the process of planting seeds and letting God bring the increase. Shortcuts only get you short things. It cuts you short. God blesses the seeds that you plant, not the ones you steal. So if we want God to bless us and to be able to live fruitful lives, we can't take shortcuts. Because truly and honestly, and I truly believe this, being on this journey for the amount of time that I've been on, 6, 7 years at this point, I really enjoy the journey of growing. Like I feel like my purpose, my bad, I know my purpose is to help other people grow in the areas where I once was. And as I continue to grow, I continue to help other people grow in the process. If I shortcutted myself those 6 years to try to get here, I will not have the wisdom, knowledge, or anything to be able to help anybody. Because why? I didn't do it the right way. So the wrong way is cutting corners, being deceitful, lying, chasing envy driven goals. Like you chasing this goal just because your homeboy chasing it. No. But you also have to give yourself permission to want more. A lot of people don't understand that part. You have to give yourself permission to want more. I had to give myself permission to want more. Wanting more isn't greed. It's about using the capacity, your capacity, to bless others. So getting the increase is a byproduct of the work that you do. But if you don't ever give yourself permission to want more, to think more, to want to grow more, you'll never have more. So small thinking, a small mindset is going to limit where you go. Me, I'm going as high as I can the right way. So the guilt that you feel about wanting more is the enemy's way of keeping you small. So stop thinking small, think big. I know a lot of people like, no, you should just not do that so that way you won't get hurt. I don't believe in L's or losses. I believe in lessons. So every time you fail, that's a lesson on how to be better the next time. And there was a quote that Cody Sanchez said on one of her videos. Her mentor told her that the reason why he's successful is because when he has an idea, by the time the next person has that same idea, he's already made 3 mistakes and learned from them and have already optimized and systemized how to be more profitable. So when we think that a L is a loss or anything less than a lesson, man, the growth will never happen if you continue to think like that. So change your mindset, change your life. So I want you to write this down. What area have I been holding back due to the guilt? What guilt? The guilt of not wanting more or wanting more. How can I take this one step forward in faith? Because faith without works is dead. You have to first try, right? And so understand this. Wanting more is not a sin. Wanting more is not bad. It's just the motives and the way that you try to get more, right? Wanting more is biblical because think about the word growth. I want you to think about the word growth. The word growth doesn't mean I'm going to stay in the same place and get this and get bigger results. No, growth means I have to increase so that way I can actually have an increase. So want more, dream more. That's why people say dream and actually go achieve it. Not to say, oh, we finna get everything under the sun. We finna get $1 million. We finna get $1 billion. No, everything that what do we say? Glorifies God and serves others and multiplies everything that He's already given you. That's the reason why you should want more. The wealth and everything else, that's just the byproduct of the work that you've already done and continue to do. So now that you know that wanting more is okay, if you do it the right way, it's time to take action. It's time to take action. So if you ready, or are you ready to ditch the guilt of wanting more and actually grow your business? Are you ready? So I want to invite you to join the Purpose to Profits Mastermind, where we're going to go deep on who you are, who you're called to serve, what you're offering, and how you show up. And through these things, we show you how to create a business that thrives while staying rooted in kingdom principles. So the mastermind is where purpose and profit collide. So you want to align with God's will and you want to build a business to serve others, right? It's going to help you overcome limiting beliefs, financial issues. Everybody got debt. We trying to get up out of that. So that way we could be the lender and not the borrower to build a business of your dreams. So make sure you click in the description to learn more about the Purpose to Profits Mastermind. And I'd love to see you in the mastermind. And so for me, just in closing, for me, understanding this truth wasn't just about mental clarity, it was about freedom. It was about freedom, freedom to desire growth, freedom to work hard, and freedom to trust that as long as I do things God's way, I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm not trying to shortcut, I'm not trying to scam. I'm trying to do it God's way. And here's the biggest takeaway. It's not about the poverty gospel or the prosperity gospel. It's about the purpose gospel. So when you align your work with God's purpose, wanting more isn't just okay. It's a part of how he designed you to thrive. We want to thrive, not just survive. So let me know in the comments, what's one way you're pursuing more right now? And how are you pursuing more the right way? So if you found anything in this video interesting, it resonated with you, you understand, you have that same clarity that I got, put it in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you share this with a friend who really needs this. Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together. And so we want to grow together. And as we grow together, we're going to bless others. So make sure you follow us on YouTube, Marion M. Davis, and Instagram at the Marion Davis. And until tomorrow's live, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.